This is the first week of May 2023. And I don't know about you, but in my circle and my experiences professionally and personally, it's felt like a very tense week. There's a lot going on. And I have noticed that people are expressing their anxiety or their anxiousness or their worry in different ways. And one of the things that's important to remember as we navigate our world is that there are cycles unfolding all of the time. And right now, we are near the end of an eclipse cycle. And even if you're not interested in the details of these eclipse cycles, I know that you'll be able to relate to this because this eclipse cycle is affecting everyone on the most basic levels. So let me explain. First, when it comes to eclipse cycles, they happen about every 19 and a half years, and they last almost 2.5 years when they repeat. So right now, the eclipse cycle is really bringing to a head, how do each of us define security? What does that mean to us? And when we think about anxiety or fear, it usually fundamentally comes down to feeling like something is being threatened, or we feel insecure about the unknown. And living in the times we're living, there are a lot of unknowns, as we all know. So right now, it's really important for you to consider what it is that you are experiencing related to your sense of security. It could be related to the work you're doing. It could be related to how you're navigating relationships. It could be around money, or that the way that you want to live and what you want is changing. All of that would be true for everybody. And it also affects each of us a little bit differently. Now, if you're a little bit older, if you're older than 30 or 40 years old, and you go back 20 years approximately, this cycle happened. So one of the ways to help figure out what it means to you is to think about what you were focusing on like between 2002 and 2005. What was really pressing? What were the decisions you were making? What were you trying to figure out then? Because when a cycle repeats, it's repeating the same theme. And it's the same theme, but the situation is not exactly the same. Obviously, you're older and you have more experience. And also, the context of everything is changing. So we're living in a world that's very different than 2002 and 2005 for all kinds of reasons. The political landscape is different. Technology is different. The workforce is different. COVID happened. That changed a lot of things. So all of these are factors that actually tie into our sense of security. So when you think about why this is important for you to think about, it helps you understand the process that you're in. So if you're feeling insecure or anxious, and you're thinking about security or making changes, you can realize, oh, wow, whenever I make a big change, I'm actually, it's a big deal, and it's normal to feel a little nervous and also excited. And the more that you can incorporate the different elements that are playing into it, the easier it becomes for you to feel comfortable in the moment while you're making decisions. And of course, each of us is going to experience that in a different way. But the eclipses have to do with the way that we are emotionally processing our life. And so for each of us, depending on your personality and your makeup, the way that you approach security and defining what you need is going to be inherently different. But the theme that's affecting all of us is the same. So if you have been thinking about these things, or you've been feeling anxious about the unknown, it's very helpful at this time to go back go back if you've been living a long time and look at what was going on approximately 20 years ago between 2002 and 2005. And also today, if you're a younger person, to really start to think about what it means to feel secure and how you feel safe and how you define stability and what that means to you. And that will really help you set the stage for what's coming next. And this is just a sliver of what's unfolding. So, of course, I'll be sharing more about that next.